What do you love most about the Indiana Dunes area?
The views? The adventure?
The getaway? The Indiana Dunes is all of those things, and even more. The Indiana Dunes is a story of sand and steel. It's a tale of industry and preservation. The movement to protect the Indiana Dunes started way back in 1899 when the father of plant ecology, Henry Chandler Coles, studied in the Indiana Dunes. His work brought international attention to the dunes, but it took 27 more years before the Indiana Dunes State Park was created. Local school teacher Dorothy Buell, along with others, formed the Save the Dunes Council and fought hard to protect the dunes. Finally, in 1966, a bill was passed that established both the Indiana Dunes National Lakeshore and a nearby port for industry. It wasn't until 2019 that the lakeshore was renamed a national park. Let me show you how you can love and protect the dunes when you visit. Just because you're not at home doesn't mean you can't bring your good habits with you. We need your help to reduce, reuse, and recycle, just like you do at home. But most of all, we need your help keeping our beaches and trails clear. What you bring in, take home with you, or throw it away. Try avoiding single-use plastics. Think about buying reusable items like water bottles that can be used over and over again. Consider volunteering while you're here. We've made it easy to drop in as a volunteer in the field, with your pet, or as a trash trucker. Our webpage has all the details. Your furry friend can even get their own volunteer crew bandana. Be a jewel and save on fuel. The Indiana Dunes is perfect for pedal-powered adventures and uses the best kind of energy: enthusiasm! If you're coming in from the city, take advantage of accessible bike-friendly train cars and bike the routes throughout the area. Hiking and water trails do burn up a lot of fuel, but thankfully you can replenish south of the dunes. Protect your natural surroundings. I'm a ranger, so I'm going to spend a bit of time on this one. You've heard phrases like tread lightly and leave no trace. Here's your chance to implement those actions to keep our unique ecosystem protected for generations to come. We know you're a trailblazer, but while you're in the Indiana Dunes, stick to the marked paths. That simple act prevents damage to the fragile dunes and helps our conservation efforts in a huge way.
One of the most important rules is to stay on established trails. One of our big problems out in the dunes is people walking off of the trails, walking on top of marram grass and other delicate dune plants. It's important to understand that everything here in the national park is protected, even down to the rocks on the beach. If every one of our visitors took something from this park, imagine how empty it would be. So beautiful flowers, small animals, even bugs, leave them here because this is their home, they're needed here, and we want everybody to be able to come out and enjoy them just like you did.
Just a couple more things. Our wildlife is cute, but it can be unpredictable. Avoid feeding the animals and keep a safe distance. Also, I'm sure you remember this guy. Only you can prevent forest fires. Here's an easy one. Fall in love with the Indiana Dunes. And trust me, the more you know, the more there is to love. Before your trip, visit indianadunes.com and learn about the parks, communities, and history. Once you're here, stop by the Indiana Dunes Visitor Center and ask a ranger or destination ambassador about things to do that fit your goals and schedule. Oh, and here's a tip. While you're here, you can borrow a backpack for naturalists from the Indiana Dunes Visitor Center. It has handy field guides, binoculars, and other useful tools for your adventure. The Indiana Dunes aren't just a natural asset. It's a community of people and traditions. The locals south of the dunes are happy to welcome you into their communities for a bite to eat, a place to stay, and things to do. Try committing to zero emissions. Do you know your carbon footprint? Do you even know what a carbon footprint is? It's the measure of the amount of carbon dioxide and other carbon compounds that you emit by consuming fossil fuels in your day-to-day life. We all have one, and you want it to be as small as possible. It's one thing to talk about ways to love and protect the dunes, but to really commit to the cause, you need to make us a promise. I promise to protect and care for the Indiana Dunes. I will act responsibly and safely, set a good example for others, and share my love of the dunes and all that makes it special. No matter your contribution, just watching this video helps you make decisions that show you really do love the Indiana Dunes like you mean it. Also, be sure to go to indianadunes.com to plan your trip.